We know that Galileo created that telescope, and we know that we have sent astronauts to space. The big thing is the moon hasn't changed size. The moon doesn't change shape. So when we look in the sky and we see that that some of the moon has disappeared, we're like, what happened to it? And we think, oh, it's gone, but it's not. So when the moon is in a specific phase, that means that some of the moon is lit up and some of the moon is not. So you know, if you are in a dark room and you hold up your hand, mostly and most of you are not going to see your hand. But when you shine a flashlight on your hand, what happens? Right, you see your hand. Same concept with the moon, except the sun would be like our giant flashlight. So whenever the sun is not shining on the moon, it's going to be dark. And then when the sun shines on the moon, depending on the angle that it shines on, is what the phase it's going to be in. So really quick to the right there on the, nope, this way, nope, this way. Okay, right here on my screen, you will see a chart that has the order of the phases of the moon. So I'm going to go through those really quick, and then I have a wrap that I want to share with y'all. All right, so your first phase is going to be a new moon. That means it's completely dark. Dark, dark, dark. You don't see it. It's kind of disappeared. All right, then you've got your waxing crescent. That means a very small part of the right side of the moon is lit up. If you look at the picture that's with the chart, you're going to see that white right there. That's the portion that's lit up, and the blue is dark. All right, then you've got your first quarter. This one's super deceiving because technically a quarter would mean it's in fourths, but this is not the case. It's actually half of the moon is lit up, half of the moon is dark. All right, then you've got your waxing gibbous, which means that there is a big part of the moon that's lit up and just a little bit is dark. And then you've got your full moon. Now, the thing about the full moon is that a lot of people will look in the sky and go, oh, we're having a full moon. And then when you like Google, when is our next full moon, it's not for like 2 or 3 days. So days leading up to a full moon, the moon does look full. It looks big. It looks like it's all illuminated. But if you look closely, you're going to see there's going to be like a bottom corner that's missing. And it's very subtle. If you kind of like stare at the moon long enough, you'll see that that corner is missing. The full moon's going to be that perfect circle. All right, so after our full moon is completely illuminated, we see that. Then it's got to cover back up. So we've got the waning gibbous. That's like nearly all the moon is still really lit up. And then you've got that small part right there that's still dark. Then you've got your third quarter, which is just the other half of the moon that's lit up. Then you've got your waning crescent, which is that little part on the left that's lit up, and then you're back at your new moon phase. So we start out as the new moon. All right, let's take note. We're finding a pattern. Crescent, crescent. If you look at the crescent waxing and waning, it's going to be really small. Waxing means it's on the right. Waning means it's on the left. All right, and then you've got waxing gibbous, which is waxing is on the right, and gibbous means big. And then waning gibbous means it's on the left, and it's also big. So my fourth graders years ago used to talk about wax on, wax off, or wax on, wane off. All right, so you can come up with like those cool little things to help you remember the phases of the moon. But my group of kids, when I taught fourth grade science years ago, absolutely loved, hang on a second, let me get this video going. All right, absolutely loved this video. It was probably their favorite video to watch. I'm going to keep posting it throughout the coming weeks, because I want you to pretty much learn this song. This song is really going to help you know the phases of the moon. You'll be able to recite them just like we did the mnemonic for the planets. All right, so I'm going to quickly play this video, and then I'll get back on and talk for a second, and then the lesson will be over. I'm not going to have you do anything today. I just kind of want you to listen to the instruction, clear up any misconceptions you had after that video yesterday, and then you will be doing a Google presentation activity, some research on the phases of the moon on Wednesday and Thursday, okay? All right, so here's the video really quick, and then I'll be right back on whenever the video stops.
First quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers. Last quarter warning crescent. Blue moon waxing crescent. First quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers. Last quarter warning crescent. When the moon is in the same direction of the sun, it's called the new moon. New moon. When you don't see no light coming from the moon, it is a dark moon called the new moon. The crescent moon is in the next stage when the moon is lit a quarter of the way. Less than half, but more than zero. This is called the crescent moon. Now a quarter moon's a half moon. You see a half moon's a quarter moon. Quarter moon's a half moon. They call a half moon a quarter moon because it made a quarter of its turn around the earth. You see half of the moon lit up, and I know what you're thinking, but it's a half moon called the quarter moon. Half moon's a quarter moon. Quarter moon's a half moon. New moon waxing, crescent, first quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers, last quarter warning crescent. New moon waxing, crescent, first quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers, last quarter warning crescent. Now the giver's moon is a little more full, but not all the way full. The lit up part is between a full moon and a half moon, called the giver's moon. Now the full moon shines so bright, you see the full moon light up the night. Halfway through circle, you'll see the full moon light up the night. New moon waxing, crescent, first quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers, last quarter warning crescent. New moon waxing, crescent, first quarter waxing givers. Full moon morning givers, last quarter warning crescent.
Alright guys, so like I said, that is probably one of my most favorite YouTube videos for phases of the moon. Like I said, I just wanted to hop on and clear up any kind of misconceptions, because some of you were under the impression that like the moon like disappeared, like part of it just poof, gone, and then it came back, but that is not the case. It depends on how the sun is shining on it and what area it is. Determines what part of the moon that we see and what part of the moon stays dark. Alright guys, if you have any questions, send me a private comment through Google Classroom, do a class comment on one of my posts, or send me an email. I will come back on Wednesday and give you your instructions for your activity. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will see y'all soon.